In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
We were talking yesterday, and Kibby's like, when I tell everybody to listen to the show, I tell them to start with episode 57. And I'm like, I have no fucking idea what that episode is.
Yeah. What's 57?
Cakes and dicks.
Huh?
Cakes and dicks.
Cakes and dicks.
Yeah, dude, there's people that have literally been like, do you remember when you said this on the show? And I'm like, no.
Dude, bro, do you know how much we fucking drink on this show?
It's not even that. I'm like,
Justin just showed me a TikTok that I don't remember talking about.
Yeah.
From last week?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
that's
it's funny. Scott and I have had this conversation, and Michelle's been there to also. And like Michelle would ask Scott, like, "Oh, how's the podcast?" So it was good. What'd you guys talk about? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
She doesn't stop asking me.
What's the debate topic? And I like, from the time I drive home, I'm like,
what
I
the
don't
fuck
fucking remember.
did we talk about?
Because we get way
We
off
literally-
topic.
Justin's like, "Okay, we're good," and gone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
smoke on, drink on, free to fuck on, and it's like, see you later.
Brained up.
Yeah.
Boom.
I hear those 3 lines and
And
it's
then
like,
flush.
delete.
It's like factory reset.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we talking about here? Huh? What's
And I love some of the fan base, right? Because they'll go on and they'll be like, oh, I'm at episode this, and I thought this conversation was hilarious. Or like, I agree with you, and you said this thing. And I'm like,
It's like, oh fuck, I said that.
I had no idea I said
My
that.
position has totally changed by now.
Yeah.
Who fucking recorded this?
goddamn 24-hour news cycle.
So soundbite media. I have no recollection of that.
I'm assuming that we're recording.
You would be correct.
Okay. Fuck boys.
I got a question before you go into that.
I got a question.
Because if I don't say it now, I'm going to forget.
Okay.
24-hour news cycle.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's going to... It's conditioning people to brain dump shit after a couple days. Do you think that like Alzheimer's and like memory issues are going to be more prevalent?
By the time we get there?
No. They're going to be
just
less
in-
prevalent.
Just in general, because
they're going to be less prevalent because everybody's going to have it and nobody's going to remember or care.
Wait, what were we talking about?
even the doctors would be like, "Wait, you had what? No, you're good."
That was 3 days ago, man. We're past this.
What are we talking about again?
I saw a video that recently went fucking viral or whatever, and it was it's this girl recording her grandparents that both have Alzheimer's, and they got divorced, but forgot that they were divorced and think that they're married again. And like they have like a happy family reunion and shit, and they completely forgot that they got divorced.
That's
and she's
awesome.
like, and I don't know how to handle this. And I was like, you handle it by not handling it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Don't fuck
Let
up
him
a
be
happy
happy.
home.
Let him be
happy.
fucking happy.
Yeah, right. Like,
It's rare enough as it is.
yeah, you're gonna record them and
At
fucking
least-
embarrass them on the internet.
At
Fucking
least,
bitch.
at least they didn't default to hating each other,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but how awful did you have to be that your brain needed to break for me to like you?
Right. Like, I'm pretty sure that relationship wasn't winning awards in the first place.
I told you guys about my buddy in Arizona that he's a black dude and he married this white girl, and her dad is racist as fuck, but also has Alzheimer's, and so he forgets he's racist sometimes. So they'll go over and he'll be really weird walking into the house. He's like, "Oh, I'm so glad that my daughter married you," and blah blah blah. And then like the next week he walks in, "Get that mother out of my house." He's like, "I don't fucking know, man."
He's got to
roll
walk
the dice.
He's got to walk in the house and ask the old man, like, "Hey, what year is it?" You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
If it's like 80s and earlier,
Be like,
just
I'm
turn
out.
around and leave.
Yeah, I'm out. 1980s, not historical, great time for black folk. Well, and apparently not very historically good for black folks in fucking Buffalo right now either. Some fucking racist piece of shit decided to drive 5 hours to do a mass shooting this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No,
I'll show you the.
Is it just me, or do I feel like we need to up the numbers on killings before it goes to mass?
Well, he
Well,
got
it was
13.
10.
Okay, so I'll give it that. But,
Ten
like,
kills.
He
and-
shot 13 people.
but you know,
Yeah.
like the definition is like 3.
Yeah.
Oh, see that's
It's like 3 impacts. It's a
Those are
mass
rookie
shooting, and I'm like,
numbers.
3,
mass. No, it should be like 5 or better.
3.
I
Yeah,
agree. I think it should be 5
I think
or
we
better.
just need to up the like.
I don't know how he did it though, because the firearms he used were illegal in New York State.
Oh, that's right. Well, he drove 5 hours.
But it doesn't matter. Like he should know better.
Yeah, right.
That was a gun. That was a safe zone.
Yeah.
It's a gun-free zone.
Well, so I immediately contacted a friend of all of ours, who's in BPD, and I'm not going to blow his spot up because you know, like that's the one thing he can't talk about, right?
Yeah, that was super subtle. I'm sure nobody's going to figure it out from the context.
Right. So I hit him up and I was like, rough day at work, pal. You okay? And he's like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, that sucks. And then he's like, have you seen the video yet? And I was like, yep. Because the video's out there.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fucked up, man. Like he starts shooting as soon as he gets out of his car. He didn't even make it in the building and starts fucking pop. He popped like 3 before he got in the building.
That's because there's very few replacements for violence of action.
But
where did he drive?
Very true.
Where did he drive from?
I'm not 100% sure. Somewhere else.
I'm going to go with Connecticut.
No, it was definitely, I think it was still in New York.
We can't have those guns in Connecticut either.
That's true. Pretty much.
Pennsylvania.
They got to go down to PA to get those guns, right?
Pennsylvania to Buffalo is not that far.
It could be a West by Goddard. Yeah.
Well, that's a long drive. Yeah, that would make 5 hours.
Did you know if you actually look up in the John Denver song that
West Virginia?
Yeah, the
Country
Roads Take Me Home. If you actually look up what he's talking about, all of those are actually in Western Virginia. None of it's actually in West Virginia.
Really?
So he's actually like singing
Blue
about
Ridge Mountains?
Western Virginia.
Well, part of them touch fucking West by God.
Yeah, but then the rest of what he's in there,
Shenandoah River?
Shenandoah River, like this valley and all that kind of, it's actually all in Western Virginia. It's not in West Virginia.
Huh.
But don't you have to drive through Western Virginia to get to West Virginia?
No,
not at all.
Absolutely not.
They should have called it Northwest Virginia. Where's
your buddy from?
Which one? I have a lot of buddies.
Isn't he from the lower
east side of the southern half of, or the what the fuck?
It's the lower east side of southwest northern Tennessee or whatever the fuck it was, like Kentucky.
The eastern half of the southern half, the southeast side of the eastern half of Kentucky or whatever. Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Now you can go to West Virginia from Kentucky or Pennsylvania or anything else. Like
yeah.
But yeah, John Denver's fucking singing about Western Virginia, and it's a West Virginia University has that. That's like their song.
Well, I mean, fucking karma got him.
That Take Me Home or whatever.
In airplanes.
Sunshine on my goddamn shoulders, John Denver.
Brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. Screw yourself that sweet.
I didn't know you guys sponsored
15% off. Wellness.us for all your CBD needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. Get yourself a quarter off your order over there. And of course, our friends, Icy Tech Coolers. Use that code FreedomFriends10 to get yourself 10% off over there. Welcome to the Freedom Friends podcast. We clearly don't know what we're doing, and we've never promised anything more than mediocrity.
It's true.
Oh, we know exactly what we're doing.
Okay, so before we get completely down the rabbit hole and keep drinking, there is something I have to shout out. So there was a person that went onto my business's Facebook page, and I know you were probably trying to make a joke. And I appreciate that you were trying to make a joke. But if you could refrain from going on to my business's page and accuse me, the owner, of being drunk at work behind my bar, I would thoroughly fucking appreciate that. Because the public doesn't know you're joking, and they think that you are complaining and accusing me of being hammered while I'm running my store.
Yeah, not good.
So if you could like take 3 seconds and think before you post on somebody's professional page, that would be much appreciated. Yeah,
that's a dick move.
Anyways,
are they in?
Back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Are they in the studio right now?
They're not.
Okay.
When I did click their profile, they follow my store, the Freedom Friends podcast, the Drinking Bros, and Dan Holloway. So I am assuming it's some audience member. We've talked about my store. They were cool, and they went and followed the page, and I appreciate it. But that page is for my game store and is not like a piece of the comedy.
And if you even
that is this,
think about accusing John or I of being drunk at work,
you're probably right.
You're probably right.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
But it's a game store.
But you have no fucking ground to stand on, because I guarantee you were drunk with us.
Yeah. You can accuse me of being drunk at work. I'm fine with that.
Mikey,
you can even be like, Mikey was at Jazz's store and was drunk.
Mikey, it is impossible for you to be drunk at work.
Because you have to have a work.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning. All right. That's my work.
Life is work for you right now.
Hey, man. Fucking retirement is bliss.
Chest hair extraordinaire.
Goddamn right.
I say just bring it back, man. Fuck it.
You know what? I might.
I just say just bring that shit back.
You know, I recently invested in some more camera equipment and stuff at the house. I could probably
fucking bring it back.
I could probably do it.
What do you need to make? $2,000 a month to cover the nut?
Oh, not even that, bro. I'm good without
it. I'm just saying all in. Then the retirement thing is like, you could have a fleet of one wheels.
One's plenty.
You just need a one wheel shirtless. for chest hair
extraordinaire.
So I thought
Just do shit shirtless. Just random shit. Just shirtless. Just
for chest hair extraordinaire.
Just neck down. Just random shit.
Just have a drone follow me, but cut off here to here.
We'll build you so build this up. Just wash the dishes. Just shirtless.
Yeah.
One wheel, shirtless. And it's all just
basically just do what I do. Just take my shirt off.
Daily stuff, just with no shirt on.
Okay.
Yeah. Chest hair extraordinaire. Bro, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Because people are fucking weird.
We don't kink shame around here.
I don't, but that doesn't mean it's not weird.
I just full on inhaled that lens.
Except for fucking furries. They're fucking.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. That's
weird.
weird, man.
Yeah.
You're trying to fucking.
Yeah, you're fucking.
You
weird.
want to fuck like a hamster and shit. That's weird, man.
Weird chinchillas and shit. Like,
yeah,
that's fucking.
You know who you are.
You know.
You chinchilla fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I met that guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a good dude.
But he's fucking weird.
But he's got some closets.
Yeah, he really
He's
does.
got some demons in that closet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking whack job.
I'd like to say they're skeletons, but I think they're more like costumes.
Yeah, but they're all like furry costumes. It makes it weirder.
You know how big that closet has to be?
Massive.
Yeah. I think that's why he's got such a small apartment, is the storage unit's got to be fucking just expensive. It's all climate controlled and shit.
I imagine it just looks like the wardrobe at Disney World. Just fucking.
Oh, I did want to ask you guys about something, right? So we're all kind of the same mindset here, right? That if you pay taxes and that tax money is used for something, that belongs to the public. Like, theoretically, that's how it should work, right? Like, we pay taxes, there's public schools. Like, we pay taxes, there's like public services that are conducted.
Sure.
Right? There's a bill being posted by one Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, here we go.
To put a bar in the House.
Do it.
By bar, I mean like bar.
Yeah,
like there's bottles,
I am 100%.
There's a bartender.
I'm fine with that.
The whole 9 yards.
I have one caveat.
No, we're getting there, and I
Okay.
think you and I have the exact
right.
same fucking caveat.
Because I have one as well.
I think you and I are already like,
Okay.
yep. So it's being put in. What will fund it is surplus money from the constituency of the representatives.
So
That's what will fund the bar.
Okay.
And it is only open from 8 to 4, but is for
8
use,
in the morning till
8
4.
in the morning till 4. So in other
Perfect.
words, when they're in session
you
is
know
the
what?
only time you can use the bar.
I appreciate Nancy Pelosi for this.
So
I do.
Here's my thing. It's completely funded by tax money.
Yeah.
Now, like everybody here, all of us got jobs. Essentially, like as soon as whatever state we were living in said we were old enough to get a job, we've had jobs.
Yeah.
Like
Actually, the judge made me get one a couple of years early. Yeah.
But all of us got paychecks. And when we were
Sure.
minors, sure, you paid taxes and then you got it all back because you were underage, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But since then, we have been job holding, tax paying individuals all the way through. This is a bar.
Well, until recently, but yeah.
But this is a bar that is funded by tax dollars.
Right.
Now, I've been paying taxes for fucking 20 plus.
Call it 30 years.
I've also been paying bar tabs for
Right.
20
plus years now,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
There is now a bar that is completely paid for by tax money. I've been paying taxes for 20 years. I say put it in, but any tax-paying motherfucker that shows up to the House of Representatives gets an open bar.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's what I was. That was my caveat.
No, my caveat.
That thing should be BLM land.
My
That's
caveat.
fucking BLM. God damn it. That is my fucking bar.
I just think like if
bringing
you're
a
a
horse in
tax-paying
it with
individual
me.
and you are not in the arrears with your taxes, that's an open fucking bar. You can show up to the house and I want to fucking like a mezzanine level, like if I was at a sporting event. Like I
I'd be
just
like-
want to be able to
I'd
go.
be
I'm
like
gonna go to the
my-
bar, get my drink, and sit at the balcony. and
Here's
just
to
sit
the
there.
surplus. Woo!
my caveat is I want a live stream
Of just the bar.
of
You know what?
a live stream of the bar so we can just watch Nancy
Yeah.
Pelosi.
You know what?
At 8 in the morning,
You can
get
tell.
a fucking quadruple vodka
You can tell a lot about a person by what they drink, by their
Exactly.
drink choice.
Exactly.
and when
Like-
and how much and
Yeah. Like-
yeah.
By the way,
What
I
am
don't know whether or not I should thank or blame you two that I did not get a warning how quickly you get broken in as a bartender.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
there's no warning.
Yeah. It's sink or swim, dog.
Is that like just like an unspoken rule from like a
Sink-
bartender, somebody that's gonna be a new bartender? They're like, oh, we're not telling you shit.
Yep,
No, but it
sink or
doesn't
swim,
matter.
bro.
You can
But you
literally
stand behind that 24 feet of wood, and all of a sudden, life has changed,
Yeah.
and it is just like you got to buckle in for
it makes
whatever
you
the.
hate fucking people. It
Yeah.
makes you hate people.
I have met some amazing people, and
Yeah.
I have met other people, and I have run a bar now for a month, and I'm like,
Yep.
Wow.
I did that for 15 years, bro.
No, throw hard liquor in the mix.
No,
It
that's
everything
entirely why I
changes.
didn't do it.
Everything changes.
You what are you saying? You need like a psychology degree to
Well,
to
luckily, I'm
master this?
rather rehearsed in applied psychology, but no, it's just like
It's a weird flex, but all right.
it's like today, literally today at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I had a couple that was in there at my bar drinking beer. I know everything about this girl. And she was there with her boyfriend. And I know everything. I know everything about her siblings,
Yep.
how her dad was a piece of shit. The fact that
Now,
she, like, it
I
was
will
nuts.
say that in the South, everybody here over fucking shares
Oh,
too.
it's crazy.
Like this, like
Yeah.
people are over sharers like a motherfucker here, man. And you give them
But,
a
like-
fucking drink, now you're on a different level. And
Y'all were bartenders for years. And not once did y'all be like, get ready. Y'all just were like, yeah, he'll find out.
Well, but like it doesn't matter. You have a new bartender, whether they've bartended before or they're brand new, and they always have to go through some sort of training
Yeah.
to just get used to the how that bar works.
the
Yeah.
feng shui,
I figured
the
mine
flow
out.
of the
I
bar.
figured mine out, but I also built mine. So
And
it
in the
was-
first 20 minutes, you realize if this person has bartended before or not. And the best is when you get somebody that's new.
like
Because
brand new, like
brand
cherry.
new. Like they might have bar backed like for a month, or they might have waited tables somewhere.
or
but
they're a
haven't-
pretty girl and never bar backed,
Oh,
but they got
Jesus.
fucking
They got hired.
fucking hired because they're cute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've
That's
had
how
to
I got
deal
my
with that.
job.
But you go through the training,
I believe that.
and this is how you use the register. This is where the backstock, blah blah blah. This is how you
Yeah.
open the bar. This is how you close the bar. Okay, you ready for your first shift? Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. You're like, yeah, it's going to be great. And they're it's like a training shift, so they're on with somebody that works that's been full time at that bar for a while.
Yeah.
And you just fucking throw them to the wolves. And there's nothing that you can do. You can't ease them into it.
Like
Yeah.
the best feeling in the world though is when you're like training a bartender and I'm like, all right, let me show you the computer. Like, oh, this is Aloha. I know this. It's like, oh, thank fucking God.
The only thing
yeah.
difference
Yeah.
with ours is you have to hit this button to get to these drinks. And they're like, got it. Like,
Yeah.
fuck
And it's
yes.
like, oh, that's half of it. That's half
It
the
is.
problem, man. Like, because let's be honest, the majority of bartending, it's ones and ones or drinks on the rocks and shit.
Yep.
Or porn beers, you know what I mean? Mostly it's like Jack and Coke or vodka
Yeah.
Sprite, it's ones and ones.
Basic shots.
Yeah. Or yeah.
That stuff was the easy part. One, I'm the one that built my register system, so it's not like I really needed to get trained on the system.
You also
that
did it on
I
an
built.
iPad. So it's
but
super easy.
You have like
Yeah.
14 buttons.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
That was on purpose.
Yep. Well, you go into a full bar and they got 200 bottles of booze.
Well, and I've been behind bars like that. Like I've worked in the restaurant industry and shit, and I've
Sure.
seen like when it's like when my job when I was 14 is I was they like to call me the maitre d', but I was the fucking host for Pardo's on the river.
Yeah.
Well, they had a full square bar, so
Like,
it sat on all
don't
four
church
sides.
it up.
and-
I'm a host.
Yeah. But the liquor was in the middle and it had to have 3 bartenders to run it and shit like that. Like, and their system, and it was on Aloha, and that system was a nightmare because
Yeah,
it was
Aloha
so
sucks.
stocked that it was just like to get any drink ordered was
Dude,
the
whiskey cake is
17
on
step-
fucking Aloha. And I was like,
Yeah.
are you fucking
How?
cracked?
How is it still around?
I don't know.
That's not
Or
the interesting
macros.
part.
Yeah.
Or
It's-
micros.
It's dealing with the weird ass questions that you get. Like, y'all have been in my bar. I have 4 beers on tap,
Yeah.
all of which are written on. You can literally read them. And I have them all angled to where anywhere from the bar, you can read
Yeah.
every single one of the fucking
Doesn't
handles.
matter.
And then they sit down and go like, "Henry, beer menu?"
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Just get a piece of paper that says, look at the handle and just hand it to him.
Well, and the
That's
funny,
what it'd be like.
and then the hilarious thing is that I put one of those little A-frame things right, like in that entrance into my bar. That is
Yeah.
every beer I have on tap,
No, they don't look at it.
and then they're all written on the handles. And they'll
Dude,
sit down
I've
and be
never
like,
looked at an A-frame on a fucking...
You can,
And
you
then
can
they'll go-
literally
bar
put a
entrance.
chalkboard behind your
Oh, I
bar
know.
and write it all on the chalkboard, and they will still ask you the same
and they'll sit
question.
and they'll go, and they're getting a beer menu. I'm like, it's right there. They're like,
Yep.
oh, is that it?
I had a fucking...
Bro, I'm a game store. You're looking at beer in here at all. Like, what?
when I worked at this one bar, it was a craft beer bar, and so our taps were always rotating. So we had them on a TV that you could just update it real quick on the computer, fucking hit send, and it fucking updated it.
And that's
on
why I
the
got
TV.
those chalkboard handles because my
Yeah.
taps have rotated. I've rotated like 6 times.
Sure.
It is. I am blown away at the amount of beer that I sling through
Every
this place.
day they'd be like, "Where's your beer menu?" And I'd be like, "You're looking at it, man. It's literally right there." And there's another one for your convenience right behind you too. And they're like, "Oh." And it's like you're inconveniencing them
Yeah.
because they have to look at something. I'm like, fuck
Instead,
you, man.
instead of me handing you a postcard, I have this 55-inch monitor that tells
Right.
you what I have on beer.
It's like-
I'm sorry, that's harder to read.
I'm sorry,
Like,
I'm
I
such a
don't-
piece of shit, apparently.
I like when they come to
Hey,
the bar.
stop calling yourself a piece of shit.
I'm done with this toxic positivity.
I like when they come to the bar and they walk up right to the bartender and you can see them like reading the shit above your head.
Listen.
Right.
You can see them reading the shit and they're like, what do you have on draft? And it's like, motherfucker.
It's like,
I just watched you fucking
you
read
just,
it.
come on. It's like,
Yeah, it's
The worst though is when they take forever and then like you're pouring it and you blow a keg and you're like, fuck. Hey
Yep.
man, sorry, just blew that keg and we're out of that.
I kind of felt bad because this one dude did come down and he was like, "Hey, can I get this?" I pulled it and literally, I don't know, a quarter into the pint, the keg popped, and I was like, "Sorry, dude, it's gone." He was like, "All right, well, let me get that."
Was it the fat tire?
No, it was
was on
when I
its
had
way out?
second pitch. They did the whole takeover,
Oh, right.
and I went. I was like, "I got this though," and he was like, "All right." So I pulled that quarter way into the pint. It popped, and I was like, "Bro, I got these," and he was like, "Okay," and I was like, "What? The pint's on me, man. Like, which one do they fucking want?" Like, and I had more in the back, but it was like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to wait for that. I'm gonna have to mount it. Like, you're gonna need to let it settle. Like,
Yeah.
So if you want a beer now, it's this. So, you know what's
Yeah.
weird is now I have this pitch bucket for getting rid of like, if my kegs sit for too long because I have that tower. I just have a little bit of warm beer that sits in the pipe, and if you pull and the cold beer hits the warm beer, it's just all foam.
Sure.
So I have a purge bucket now. Do you know how many people have asked me whether or not I would just pour them a beer out of the purge bucket?
It's gross.
I'm like, that's fucking
No,
disgusting.
that's when you just tell them it's half price and absolutely.
Yeah, but I like.
Is it the Milano cookie bucket that
Yeah,
I
I've decided
used?
just to keep it.
It worked.
No, it's hilarious.
Worked like a champ.
No, I'm just. No, it's just yeah.
I was we were changing his kegs the other day. Last time I was there, and I was like, you need to fucking purge these things.
Yeah, he
So
only changed kegs and he was like, "Hey, we need to purge the kegs." I was
so
like, "Yeah, you're right."
I just grabbed there was like 3 cookies left in the bucket of Milanos, and I put them on the display, and I just grabbed it and started fucking pouring it in that bucket.
So I just kept it. Now it just sits underneath my rack, and whenever I need to purge out, I just pour it in there.
Well, it was kind of the perfect shape too, because it fucking fit like right there.
It's
I was like,
it's just short enough to fit under the taps.
yeah, I was like,
But it's still like a gallon. So it's like I'm not going to overfill it because my bar's not that busy. And if it does get full, it's fucking 50 feet to go dump it, and I just bring it back. Like,
Yeah.
and we're good to go.
Yeah.
Or 50% off.
But
Yep.
the number of people that have been like, "Hey, what's with that bucket?" I'm like, "The bucket of beer on the floor? Is that the one you're asking me about? You fucking, what the hell is wrong with you?"
why are you a weirdo?
I'm like,
You're the one that opened a game store, bro.
I've hung out in a lot of game stores. The bar is where I get all the weird questions. Everybody else, or I get love the people that walk in.
What percentage of business is your bar?
It's like 30%. It's
Wow,
nuts.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Well, like, I'm not gonna do this on camera, but like, I'm not gonna complain like as a bartender because like I don't carry cash.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
like,
you're living on them tips, that
Yeah.
tip
like,
life, dude.
like
yeah.
you can see it.
Yeah.
Like,
Jazz, you're off camera.
oh, am I? Like,
Yeah, dude, that's
Right?
Why do you
and
think
I
we
don't carry
bartended?
cash.
dude.
I'm
Why
like,
do you think we
I'm
did
like-
it for so
we did it for
long,
so
bro?
I'm
long.
like, I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna hire some minimum wage motherfucker to go work the floor. I'm just gonna stay behind the bar. Like, this is fucking amazing.
when you
They just pay them out of your tips.
Just be like, here you go, dude. Here's $40.
why do you think bartenders drink so much? It's because they can fucking afford it, man.
Oh my
When you make
God.
$300 a night,
It's cash.
it is cash.
That's
Can
just burning a
confirm.
hole in
I
your
have,
pocket.
I have a bartender that's a regular at my store, and I mean, like, comes in like every day. And he comes in, gets a beer, drops a 20 on my bar, and then every day he does not walk out with spending less than $75 on product. And
It's
I'm
called
like,
the fucking revolving $20 bill.
but I'm
Yep.
like, where do you bartend? That you're in here dropping $75 a
Downtown.
day. Well,
or
so,
a college bar.
no, I started asking him, and I know where he's at, and I'm not just going to shout it out, but I know where. I'm like, oh, that makes total sense.
Why
It's all,
not? Maybe he'll get some fucking business.
it's all tourism money.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's
It's
downtown.
all
Speaking of
tourism
drinking,
money.
can I get some ice?
Yeah.
Thanks,
But
man.
yeah, it's been wild.
I worked,
Like,
at this bar in Tempe, Arizona called Vintage on Mill. And it's been long enough now.
Hey.
Statute of limitations are
I think I know that place.
upstairs, right on Mill Ave, across
Above
Massey.
the library.
Across Caddy Corner,
Or,
next
yeah.
intersection above the library.
Okay, yeah, I do know that area. Yeah.
But so at the end of the night, it was a college bar, nightclub, and it was just drunk fucking idiots the whole time. But we were busy as fuck. And so, like, they'd call last call.
ASU takes pride in the fact that they are a bunch of DJ
They
drunks.
really fucking are.
they take pride in that.
Mikey. But they so they call last call, and we'd have just a wave of people come to the bar asking for shots. And okay, I need 6 shots. Okay, man, what do you need? Like, well, what kind? Some of them would be like, I need 6 of these or whatever, blah blah blah. And then like I worked there for I don't know 3 years.
It's like if you don't say it in 3 seconds, you're getting warm gin from
And
my well.
No. It's better.
This is better.
It's better.
It's worse.
It's well, for me, it was better. For them, it's worse.
Yeah. Was it the fucking?
It was a bar mat shot.
Oh yeah.
And because by the end of the night, like we had like the strip bar mats, and then we had the big squares because we, serve them on that. And so it's got fucking 6 hours of fucking knows what kind of booze is on there.
Beer, whiskey,
Everything. Some
gin,
dude probably
everything.
fucking half puked on it. Like, I don't know.
Maybe. My favorite was,
But-
did you ever start at a new bar and that was like the initiation for the bartenders, the barbacks? They had
No.
to take that shot.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
No, fuck off. I'll work somewhere else.
Yeah, I've
But-
never wanted to be part of anything bad enough that they were like gonna do this fucked up thing. And I'm like,
I'm
no.
good.
Yeah.
But they'd walk up, and if they didn't know, it's like, I don't know, just whatever. And I'm like, got it. And I line up fucking 6 shots, and I've done it right in front of the person. And I pick up the mat and just set it back down and put them all up there, and then charged them. And they're like, here you go, man, thanks. And I'm like, wow.
Well,
I'm gonna start doing it.
It's
I'm,
like
just, I'm gonna
fucking-
put it
it's
on
like
the. I'm
if-
gonna put
if-
it on the fucking chalkboard. Here's what I've got on tap, and then I've got purge bucket for half price. You can just do like purge bucket beer. Like what the fucking
do it. Just leave it. Just like set it inside the fucking after you pour. Just set it inside the kegerator on top of the fucking keg.
Yeah.
Just be like, purge bucket.
Speaking of which, I
Keep it
actually
cool.
just saw kegerator replacements. They're a little bit more than what I spent on mine, but it's got like a full drain rail in it.
Mhm.
But it's just hooked up to a hose that dumps into a bottle inside the fridge, and so you just have a cold bottle of fucking purge beer. And I was like,
Yeah,
There you go.
I might upgrade to this.
fucking
Like,
paper tiger.
yeah,
That's
just
the
start-
fucking system they got.
And then at the end of the day, just set that bitch out and be like $10. You get the whole fucking half gallon.
There you go.
Just be like,
Whoa.
dude, that one purge
Just
bucket.
put it into a growler. Some fucking hipster will be like, it's a growler, so it's fancy.
It's a new
Saturday
blend.
night, I did not have an open seat in my place, and you guys have seen my store.
Massive.
I didn't. It was wall to wall. I
Good.
did not have space. I was extremely happy, but I had no space. The purge bucket, I'd cycled 7 kegs that day. Yeah, to answer your question, so it's not bad.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm just like, you know what, safe bet. I'm just gonna put up the 51% sign because at least I fucking stay out of trouble. Like I'll just mount it on the wall. If it happens, okay. That bucket, whatever the combination of beers I'd thrown in there, it had turned green.
Ugh.
Like this weird green, like St. Patrick's Day style when they do the fucked up shit to the beer. It was like that color, and it was
Ugh.
just the combination of like the amber lagers that had been thrown in there and like the pills that had been thrown in there. Like just it was the right combination of like reds and yellow beer that had just made this green beer. And the dude walked up and he was like, "What's going on with that bucket back there?" And it was like,
Yellow and blue make green, bro.
I was
What
like-
the fuck
I
did
was
you
like,
do
and
with blue?
I'm looking at the color going like, bro, that's the color like when it comes out. Like that's not like when you've cycled it. Like that's what. Why do you want that? And he's like, is it cheaper? I'm like, you've got to be fucking me, dude. Like you got
Like,
problems.
yeah.
Like,
I think you need to go to a meeting,
yeah.
my guy. Like,
I need you. I got this guy Dave. He'd probably be a great sponsor. Like,
right? Like,
you got Dave's like, nah.
Dave, you might need to fucking go
Dave's
help
gonna
some
be back
people.
Dave's gonna be back there with his root beer, going like, drink the bucket.
Don't be a pussy, dude. Drink the bucket.
Drink the bucket.
That's my definition of an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Is when you start drinking the cheapest
Yeah.
stuff you can find.
If you're drinking purge bucket
Yeah.
beer,
Yeah.
you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like you're done.
Like you're one step away from like hiding it in the fucking
Yeah.
dumpster or hiding it underneath
Yeah.
the sink in the
You're
bathroom
almost
and shit.
Nancy Pelosi.
That's the difference between a recreational drug user and an addict.
yes.
Yeah.
That's it. If you can't do a line with a $100 bill, you're an addict.
Wait a minute. What if I'm using one of those eco-safe steel straws from Starbucks?
No.
Am I an addict or am I just recreational?
I saw
might be from Austin.
I saw a meme today and it was a paper straw inside of a plastic fucking container.
Oh, it's my favorite thing.
And everybody's like, this says fucking
Everything about
this says
yep.
everything about
Oh,
this
yeah.
generation. It's a paper straw.
We got rid of plastic straws and paper wrappers to go to paper straws and plastic wrappers.
Yeah.
That just don't work.
Fucking
Because it didn't.
baffling.
Those plastic or the paper straws aren't going to kill that one turtle.
Well, you know,
right?
have you guys? So the whole point of the straw thing, the paper straws, is so you don't kill the turtles, right?
Sure.
So
Don't get me wrong. I don't wish turtles bad fucking
No.
any
But
you know,
have you
ill
ever
will.
have you ever tried to kill a turtle with a plastic straw? It's kind of hard to do.
I mean, I've picked one up
But
and
those-
it pissed itself.
But
and
those, but the stainless steel,
allegedly 29 palms. I'm not admitting to shit.
But if you use those stainless steel reusable straws,
Oh, I could 100%
you can
puncture it
fucking
that
kill
way.
a
Oh,
goddamn
you could
turtle.
definitely kill a turtle
So I'm
with
just
that.
saying, it's,
Yeah.
it doesn't make much sense.
Good, I stabbed myself in the gums with one of those. I took a chunk out one
They're
time.
dangerous.
I kind of want
Fucking
to
A,
take
dude,
one on
they're
a
sharp.
dog and knife hunt.
A straw.
Kill it with a fucking straw.
Just want to
Stick
straw.
it in and just fucking a stream coming out.
Just trach a pig. Fucking metal straw.
Just hit it and be like pork smoothie.
I have this really fancy bayonet that you should try.
The spiral one?
No, the one that's it's like triangle shaped.
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah.
Off an AK, like the old AK.
Well, it's not off an I bought it.
Oh,
in
yeah,
Iraq.
yeah.
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 So
know
I
which one
have
you're talking about.
I have the like bilobe trough one that was on the like Korean War era
Right.
SKS, that flat like
Yeah.
scoop thing that then like the
It's now
Geneva,
banned by the Geneva
the
Convention.
Geneva Convention was like,
'Cause you can't stitch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like, nope. This is
That's-
not a
that's
repairable
why
wound.
that's why our bayonets are knives.
Yeah.
What's
But
the
I have
truth?
and it's that cool spring loaded thing. So it like you pull it and it spring loads, you can flip it back and you can flip that bitch out over the I don't know why I have it, but I do.
Probably fits on your SKS.
It does fit on my SKS.
There you go.
And it's mounted on my SKS.
Hey man, fucking A.
Because it gets a home invader's attention.
So boys, I have a story. It's not so much a sono shit. I got a new doctor. I got a new endocrinologist for my testosterone boost, right? And she might be my new favorite doctor.
She gives you roids.
Hilarious though. All right. So remember last week when I texted you and we were texting back and forth and I was getting a blood test
Before you tell the story, what was on the TV in the waiting room?
this is no waiting room. This is via Skype. So
I'm disappointed. I talked to you in that you were in a waiting room.
That-
I want to know if Maury was on the TV.
no, not there. No.
Every waiting room always has Maury on the TV.
Anyways. And so I talked to you when I was getting my blood test done, right? Now, granted, as you guys know, if you listen to the show, I wasn't on last week's episode because I was in Vegas with Haley for her birthday. We flew back Monday night, took the red eye back. Well, it wasn't supposed to be a red eye, but good old Legionnaire made it a red eye. So we got back right around midnight, right? So the next morning I have to go in and I had an appointment at LabCorp to get some lab work done, to get blood work done for my endocrinologist, right?
Yeah.
So I go in there, I get the blood work done. 2 days later, I get an email from them, as you do, and they're like, your results are in, but you have a consult note.
Because your
Click
blood,
here.
your blood was thick.
So I'm like, huh. So I click on it, and it's like you have to retake the test, schedule a consult right here with your doctor. So I schedule it for like later that day, and this is like Thursday. So I get on this like Skype call essentially with this doctor, and she's like, yeah, you need to redo your test. I'm like, why? She goes, well, and first of all, like I'm doing it from my computer, so I have like my Yeti mic with my professional looking arm and a background and shit, and it's very clear. And she's like, first of all, why is your Skype setup so fucking nice? And I'm like, I do podcasts and voiceover work and shit like that. And she's like, oh, okay, that's cool. So we kind of bullshitted for a second. She's like, oh, that's awesome. What's your podcast like? And I was like, yeah, it's mostly dick jokes. And she's like, oh, I get that. I was like, why? You're not a urologist. Shit like that. Like it was funny. And so she's like, yeah, you got to retake your blood test. I'm like, why? What's going on? She goes, well, first of all, how much weed do you smoke? And I was like, why?
You weren't supposed to fucking test that.
And she goes, your levels of THC are so fucking high that it threw off your testosterone readings. And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah, what the fuck? And I was like, in my defense, I was coming back from Vegas the night before I took that test. She's like, oh. And I was like, why are you giving me shit? I just told you I'm coming back from Vegas. It's not like it's cocaine and AIDS like usual. Fuck. Like normally, like if it was just weed, like that's okay. She goes, no, it's just too much weed and hepatitis. And I go, what? And she goes, gotcha. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, that was terrifying and fucking hilarious at the same time. I was like, oh my God. New favorite doctor. New favorite doctor.
Those test doctors crack me up. 'Cause
Dude.
It's just like, they're like, whatever. I'll sling legal steroids for an extra buck. I don't give a
right?
fuck.
Fucking
That's
whatever.
all they are.
Yeah.
They've just figured out legalized drug dealing.
You
They're
goddamn
like,
right. But it's clean. And it's not getting made in a fucking biker's bathtub.
Yeah.
Somewhere. So, yeah. But yeah.
No offense to our audience.
Yeah. If you're, a fan of biker bathtub stuff. We don't kink shame or whatever. So.
If you're gonna do drugs, make sure it's clean.
But when she threw out the hepatitis joke, I was like, hilarious, man. Proud of you.
You know, as your best friend, the funny thing is that I have a feeling that through your head, you went through a timeline real quick and was like, no.
I was like, no fucking way, man.
No, it's been long enough.
Are we talking A, B, or C? You gotta tell me.
When was I? Hold on, I gotta take my socks off.
Fucking gotta pull my pants down to count 21. Hang on.
So I hit this Marine officer with the why there's no letters in Marine skill designators.
It's better than the crayon joke.
And he was not appreciative. He was like, I went to college. I was like, that's the best you got?
Good for you,
Bro,
bro.
you know how many fucking idiots I know went to college?
I was like, that's the best you got, sir. It's like, I went to college. And I was like, you're a Marine in San Antonio.
Yeah, you better get ready. Like,
I was like,
you better grow some thick skin around here,
he's
man.
stationed here. He's not a prior Marine.
Oh, he's still in?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So he's in the medical
Doing
field
what?
then?
He's a
No,
Marine.
there's no medical field.
No,
in
he's
the
on
Marines.
Randolph.
Doing what?
Intel shit. I was like,
Huh.
you're a Marine
You know what? I saw a
intel
lieutenant
officer
over there
on-
the other day.
Yeah.
I saw a Marine
Might have been him.
lieutenant. No, it was a little girl. It was a little female.
Oh, no. This
But-
guy, yeah, he's on Randolph
It was a
doing,
while ago.
doing intel shit. And I'm
Huh.
like, you're a Marine intel officer that got stationed in San Antonio. And I was like, yeah.
Doing great things for your career,
I was
bud.
like,
I remember I was standing in line at Charlie's waiting for a sub.
Yeah.
And she walked up and I was like, fuck are you doing here? And she looked at me like, what the fuck? Behind enemy lines, dog. What's up?
Yeah. Fucking, it just goes to show the difference between the enlisted personnel and officer personnel. Cause like I hit him with a joke and he was like, no, I went to college. I could handle numbers and letters. And I was like, wow. Like
Yeah.
he fucking,
Nuances
does your
lost in a
blanket
degree.
just stay wet just all the time?
Well,
Just,
I think they just lose nuance about anything.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. What the fuck is
What
that?
are we looking at?
Kira's passed the fuck up.
Kira just
Nice.
fucking out like trout right here. Fucking. Yeah, man. So then Friday night, three of us went to the Hero Sports benefit
Yeah, that was fun.
to help benefit those guys. It looked like it was a success.
Yeah.
It went pretty well.
They
you
had
know?
they had a rifle I had my eye on, and it sold for $36,000.
Yeah.
So
Scott's like, hey, I'm going to bid on this. I'm like, well, what are you going to bid up to? He's like, I don't know, like 14 maybe. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll see.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, it was a dope
He
rifle.
didn't even put his
I
fucking
didn't even
hand
put my
up.
hand up. Like I was gonna start it. I'm like, John, I'm just gonna start it really confidently so that everybody like, oh, it must be really worth this. It was at $20,000 in
They
4
started
seconds.
the bid. They're like, we're going to start the bid at 12 grand. It was like, ding, 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 ding. And I got another 20 and another 25 and another 20, 26. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. I walked into the little side room to get a drink and I heard it and I was like, what the fuck? And I looked back out. I was like, holy shit. Like
Yeah.
36 grand. I was like, pfft, who needs another car?
That's the definition of fuck you money.
Yeah, oh yeah.
My wife said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's like,
and I get it. It's
I
all for
can't-
charity and
she's
whatever,
like-
but fuck off.
she's
Yeah,
like,
right?
I don't know when there'll ever be a time when you just buy a rifle for $36,000 in an auction.
It's like,
And-
it's not like you went and finger fucked it and like, oh, let me play with it. Let me shoot a couple rounds. Let me do some homework. It's
No,
like,
you-
oh, that's cool.
I still can't think of I still can't think of a single situation where I'd look at a rifle
However-
and go like, new truck or rifle.
Yeah.
It's like,
However,
It was a pretty sweet
if you
fucking
are
rifle.
going to donate $36,000 to Hero Sports, it'd be nice to get a really cool rifle.
That's true.
It was a really cool. It was a
Yeah.
375 and a 408. with
Yeah, it was
switch-
dope.
with Switch barrel.
Yeah, it wasn't a switch barrel.
It wasn't?
No, it was
Oh.
the action was able to do either one,
Oh.
but it was a 375. That's our
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So
I
it
would
was-
only went
it
up
was
to
caliber
25.
curious. Is that what-
Caliber curious. It's just a little caliber curious.
It's confused.
I'm bi-caliber.
Non-caliber, like non-binary.
No, that just means it doesn't work.
Yeah.
right.
Like, but you could be bi-caliber. It's like, I just can't decide which one I like getting penetrated more by.
My judge is bi-caliber. Technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just got to decide what do you want to get penetrated by. Like that's
You want the 410? You want the 45 long Colt? What's
all
up?
I know is that when Sue was on here and he referred to a round impacting the target as the end user agreement, I was like, I'm only referring to it like that now. Like,
Yeah, that was
that is fucking brilliant.
yeah. The end user agreement.
It's funny when you talk to people that have been in an industry for a while like that. An end user agreement when around impacts the target. And when I was fishing in Florida, and my buddy's Nate, his wife Jennifer, caught a shark and was holding it up and like tilted it like this, and it kind of like leaked semen all over her hand.
Yeah, that's a
And
hilarious
she's like,
video.
"Oh, it's peeing on me," and then like it's not pee, and she's like, "Oh," she's like, and then she looks at the captain, and she's like, "What is that?" And he fucking like his Rolodex spins, and he looks her dead straight in the eyes and goes, "It's fertilizer." And I was like, oh my God, it's awesome.
It's also 100% accurate.
I know,
It
like
is.
you're true.
The next time I
And you're not,
bust
like,
one, I'm going to be
semen.
like, oh, I'm going to fertilize.
Yeah.
Fucking funny, man. No, but it's a good time. A lot of good shit went on there, you know?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Um,
The guy who spoke before you,
I want
I
to,
even told John, we're sitting at the table, I'm like, I feel sorry for Mikey.
Yeah,
he's
I really
gotta,
did.
he's got to follow this
I
guy.
had a tough act to follow, and shout out to Brandon, man.
Yeah.
Like the amount of moral courage that took that kid to get up there in front of those people
Yeah.
and just unburden his fucking soul like that, man. It took a lot. So I really respect him for doing that.
The
Like,
awesome,
that was
like,
cool as shit.
The awesome thing is it was so genuine.
Yeah.
And I think everybody like had the most empathy.
Like he had
After-
3 quotes that he read,
Yeah.
and you could tell when he's reading it. And then everything else was not scripted. There was no
Yeah.
paper he was referencing or going off
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. Like,
Some of those speakers are brutal. I went to a veteran business breakfast a couple years ago, and there was a keynote speaker, and then there was like the MC of the event. So the MC of the event gets there, and he was in an IED attack and was caught in his vehicle that caught on fire. So it burnt like everything away, right? We actually know a couple of people that were caught
Sure.
in a similar situation, right?
yeah, absolutely.
So this dude wears magnetized ears. So
Oh,
he's got like magnets in.
How about Shiloh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's sitting
So
up
the
there.
boy's like, got your ear. He's like, fuck
And
you,
it-
give my ear back.
But he gets up there
Put him
and he
on
gets up there in
backwards.
full uniform.
Shiloh Harris, he's a good fucking
He's
dude.
a great dude. His
He's a
wife
good
is
fucking-
awesome. Like
yeah,
they're all great
they're
people.
great people, yeah.
So he gets up there, but he's emceeing it, and they had this keynote that was another veteran that was a motivational speaker. So Shiloh goes up there and he's talking about like, you know, business as hard as it is, but a lot of veterans carry a burden that we don't get to see, and da 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 da. So all of the veteran business owners that are here and there was some other just veteran friendly businesses and stuff that were there, and he was like, you know, could you all please stand up and whatever? And he was like, a lot of us have things that we have to overcome. And so what I encourage you is to be as honest with people that you're talking about as possible, because a lot of these guys are either hiding something or putting on a face that you'll recognize, like I am, and then removed his ears and was like, because sometimes you put on a face to become more acceptable, but there's a truth that you have to live with for the rest of your life. And then he was like, and I'd like to thank you all for attending. And now, and then introduce the dude that had to speak after. And I was like,
what
holy
the fuck?
shit. Like,
How do I follow removable ears?
this dude looked like he had a Ghost Rider deal, like the perfect hair and the suit and everything. And Shiloh's up there like with just a rack and removed his ears and shit. And I was like, holy fuck. Like,
In my mind, when he was talking before you, I'm like, I'm picturing you like scratching out shit and rewriting a bunch of shit. Like,
Well, as I told Justin before I went up, I did that cold.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I did that entire thing cold, and I was like, I'm just gonna go up there. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe a couple
Yeah.
jokes here and there. I had a couple things in mind that I was gonna joke about,
oh, you did good.
but
good.
I had to scratch a lot of the shit I was gonna joke
Right.
about because there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
After like not a dry eye
Dude,
in a
it's
house,
brutal.
and I
Yeah.
was like,
there was people at the
fuck.
table right in front of us and like bawling.
Yeah.
Like, there was this chick that was bawling.
And that's why I
and
opened-
that is also the guy that spent $36,000.
No, that was his wife.
Well, that's why
His
she was
wife was-
crying.
Yeah.
Okay.
so the speaker did his job.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So like I opened up with like a joke about 1604 being a fucking battle zone. Give yourselves a round of applause for
Surviving.
surviving 1604 on the way there, because it was a fucking nightmare, man. It took me an hour and a half to get there. It was fucking terrible. But and then after that, it was like everything else is out the window, man. I'm
Right.
just gonna talk. I'm just gonna be honest about how much I enjoy this organization and how important organizations like this is, and how genuine Mike Barker is and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, and so
Nobody gives a mouth hood like Barker.
fucking
Seriously.
facts, man.
But it's funny. Like I was talking to Barker before the event, and I was like, I went down like a list of people. I'm like, is this guy going? Is this guy going? Is this guy going? You know, either it's supporters or
Yeah.
landowners or, you know, whatever. And a good chunk of them, like because of whatever was going on in their lives, couldn't make it, you know. And I was like, well, fuck. So like on the way out there, and I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, I don't even know. Like
I shouted out Womax and Carrabba's, neither of which were
they
there.
weren't. Neither were there because they
like,
both had prior things going on.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna know anybody. Like I know a couple of the board members, but he's got some new ones.
Until Corey Anderson walks by you and he's like, "Sup, John?"
Exactly. Like the fucking
fucking Bellator champion.
Right? And we're sitting there in line ready to get drinks, and he just walks up and he like hits me, and I like turn. He's like, "What's up, John?" And he shakes my hand, and I'm like,
like, I talked to him for about 20 minutes. He's a good fucking dude.
Great dude.
Yeah, he's a real cool
loves
guy.
to hunt.
He does.
But it's funny, like we got in there and I didn't even make it to where the tables were. Like the live auction stuff, I didn't see it at all.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get past the fucking tables. Because every time I get done talking to somebody that either went on a hunt with, a landowner that I was on his property, a supporter of the organization or whatever, I'd turn around, take 2 steps and be like, John, I'm like, oh, hey, man. It was really cool. It was awesome. The amount of people that were there, the support that was there for Hero Sports.
It was good. Like Michelle, like she knows that we help out Hero Sports, right? But I don't think she realized
that put it into perspective of what the organization is.
I think she really kind of understands now after like being there, hearing the speakers, right? Like she I think she gets it a lot more, and how big of an impact and how many people were there, and like Yeah.
I mean, it is a great organization, man, and Barker's such a genuine dude that it was easy to talk.
Right.
About from the heart about that.
Well, and you've been involved in so many of the hunts and you see it firsthand.
Yeah. And I think I mentioned it during that speech. There was that kid at Carrabba's at the dog and knife hunt that you could tell that was just not in a good place when we showed up. And then by the time we left that hunt, it was a different kid.
Yeah.
It was a totally different kid. He did kill my hog though. Remember, he took 2.
That's fine.
I was cool with
That's
it.
fine.
Yeah, I was cool with it. But I still want to go get one because I didn't get to get one, but it's all good. But no, yeah, it was a good event. It was funny. I got home and Haley's on the couch, asleep.
Don't.
And
let it go.
No.
Let it go.
No. She's on the house. She's on the couch asleep, and I fucking unbuttoned my shirt. First of all, apparently it's a big. I got more compliments on the fact that I wore pants than anything else.
Michelle was very surprised.
The sports coat threw me off. Because when I saw you were in a button down in jeans, and I'm like, oh, okay, like 100%.
But when I went on stage, I had the sports coat.
And then you walk up to the stage, I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, but I also had my my 1992 Jesus Little Levi Junior Healer Championship
Goddamn
buckle
right.
on. You guys don't know about the 1992 Junior Healer Champion from the Jesus Little Levi Rodeo in Gillette, Wyoming? Now you do.
That was a place to wear it.
Yeah. Jazz was with me. He helped me pick out that belt actually. So
Well, we had to make sure it was appropriate for the 1992 Jesus Little Levi
right?
button busting champion.
I mean,
Like,
you
that's
gotta
what-
come on.
Yeah,
Like
couldn't just be any belt.
everybody's like, "What were you riding sheep?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a team roper. I'm a healer." And they were like, "Oh," and I was like, "I mean, I wasn't on a horse. I was just standing on a little fucking machine that did this." I was like, but it counts. I still
I
got a
didn't ride
buckle.
a sheep till I deployed.
I want to see your fucking buckle.
I rode a calf that day and it landed on my fucking head, if you must know.
That explains
And then
so
I joined
much.
the Marines.
Right? That was years later. Shit, I was 10 when this went down.
That belt buckle was from when you were 10?
Yeah.
That thing must have been this big.
Yeah. It was like that big when you were 10.
No, Mikey's been the
Fucking
same
went
size.
hip to hip.
You know how you're immortal? I'm the same way, just with size.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right? I have like
He
the
popped out
backwards
like that.
Benjamin
Yeah.
Button disease.
Mikey capped out at 10. He's been the same size.
Yeah.
It's been 30 years.
I hit puberty at 8 and it's been this since.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that pair of jeans he was wearing, he bought those in 1992.
It came with a belt buckle.
Actually, the best part is I won that belt buckle. I wore Jenkos. I was
atta
wearing
boy.
Jenkos when I won that buckle.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. Last week, I was this close. You can order
They're
Jinkos
back,
from the
dude.
Jinko website. I was this close to like, oh.
They're back, bro.
I'm ordering Jinkos.
Yeah, it was funny because at the rodeo, everybody thought I was wearing chaps.
I don't
He's
even know
like,
what
nope,
that
these
is.
are just my jeans.
They're
Jinko
like
jeans.
skater jeans. And they have like these
You have
massive
your
ones.
phone's right in front of you.
Remember the
Turn
ones-
your internet back on
They
and
have
look
like
up
40
Remember the
JNCO
ones
jeans.
you could steal this in the back pocket?
They have like 40-inch legs. Like
Yeah,
the
the bottom was like
okay.
40 inches
Yeah,
wide.
okay.
You could fit a laptop in the back pocket.
Yep.
Like,
an old school laptop.
It definitely held a 40 ounce. I know that.
yeah.
Like you could throw a 40 of OE or
That's actually why
St. Ives in that
everybody
bitch.
back then had like a 3-foot wallet chain, but you could
Right.
only see like 6 inches of it. It's because it was the only way you were getting your wallet out of the back
Yeah,
pocket.
you had to
you had to
fish
like
that
fish
bitch.
it back
Yep.
out. To,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
was like going-
actually functional.
It was like going noodling, but in your pocket. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a great event.
So you got home.
I get home and she's asleep on the couch and I like unbutton my shirt and I'm sitting there just like shirt off, like looking. She was watching like a documentary. So I sat there and started watching it. And all of a sudden she pops up out of a dead sleep and goes, "Is that your chest hair?" I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, yes. Yes, it is. She's like, "I can smell it." And went back to sleep. I was like, what the fuck? It was like the weirdest thing ever. It was great. She could smell my chest hair. What is with this fucking thing, man? What'd you guys do to my sheet last week?
It was like that when Scott sat down.
My mic.
Actually, I think Scott said something, and he's like, "What the fuck, Mikey?"
Yeah.
You need to talk to your test doctor.
Yeah, right. So I need to talk to my endocrinologist. What the fuck? Hepatitis having motherfucker. So what's coming up? What do you guys got going on? What do you guys got coming up?
Well, I decided it wasn't hot enough here, so I'm going to go to Arizona for 3 days.
Right. It is gross in here right
It's a
now.
good
man.
idea.
Yeah.
When are you going?
Sunday to Tuesday next week.
Oh,
so I
so when
won't
it's
be
supposed
here.
to be 80 degrees here.
Yeah, I won't be here for Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So
It'll be 80
Oh,
degrees here.
it's Memorial Day weekend this weekend.
next, yeah.
The 28th.
Which was going to be my first day off since December, and now I've decided that I just pick up a side gig, fly to Arizona real quick, and fly back because
Why not?
fuck my mental health.
You're fine.
I don't need it.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, it's fine. That's what booze is for.
You've never had mental health. Why
Check it.
start now?
Check on your strong
You know
friends.
what? That's a fair point, sir. Thank you for putting things in perspective. I
You know,
appreciate you.
You don't need it.
It's
It might
overrated.
hurt you. You
You'll be
never
fine.
know.
You know, if I get some now, it may just
Yeah.
throw the whole fucking system off at this point. Like it's
It's just spicy nostalgia. It's
Yeah.
fine.
that's like a car that runs and then you fix one part and so everything else breaks.
Yeah.
Just like,
It was like
it's
being held together by rust. You take the
yeah,
rust
and it's
off
just
and
like
it falls apart.
yeah, no, it's just like let's just not fuck with
Yeah,
this.
it's like when you're building a muscle car on a budget. So you,
Yeah.
you get like an extra 100 horsepower, and then you break a drive shaft, fix that, break a transmission.
Yeah. Fix that.
Fix
your rear
that,
end goes
rear
out.
end gears.
Literally done that.
Yeah. By the time you're done, you have all new shit.
Yeah.
You're like,
You're
"Hey."
just describing my El Camino. I
And you
accidentally
still-
rebuilt my entire El Camino. Like that was
Like my Trans Am is kind of a piece of shit, but the drivetrain was really good.
mine was the
'Cause you
exact
kept breaking it.
Dude, from valve covers to fucking rear end. My El Camino was flawless, but it had like a hole in the rear quarter panel, like a dent where I had hit a fucking sign and shit. Like the body fucked, but if you pop the hood, it was a chrome jewel, literally from the valve covers to the rear. And it was like, if it makes it go, flawless.
Yeah, fucking A.
So what are we drinking, boys?
We had gifts on gifts today. Like,
Yeah,
this
man.
was,
well, our good buddy Kibby,
whoa, you're throwing that good around like
he's
real
a good
loose.
fucking dude. Been a
Till he
fucking
fucks up your personal bourbon.
been a staunch supporter.
See, that's why he's staying at your house this time instead of mine.
Been a staunch supporter of the show from the jump, pretty much, and I think still is our largest Patreon supporter.
He is budget adjusting, Patreon supporting. Like it is.
I'm pretty
one
sure
of-
you
one of-
actually bought these mics.
One
bought,
of the
you bought
one
more than just the mics.
one of the reasons we got banned from TikTok from the get go.
Our first
It
ban was
was,
actually
yeah.
thanks
That
to
was
Kim.
you.
Oh yeah, because Jazz fucking
Off
top
top
rope,
rope.
top
Top
rope
rope.
with a twisted tea. But he brought us some treats. Brought us a little bottle of Blender's.
Hold on,
Dog.
I am going to clarify because Blender's Dog is actually not from Kivy. That is actually from Mike Jones.
That's right.
Not
That's
of
Jones.
Houston. Not of Houston, Mike Jones. Of the Connecticut family, Mike Jones.
Yeah,
They're still related.
Yeah. Same phone number, actually.
totally.
Yeah, same phone number.
Yeah.
But Mike Jones brought us the Blender's Dog. But then the Trails End is actually a gift from our good friend
Yeah.
TJ Kibbe, who is staying at my house and buddy, it's always fucking wonderful to see you, man. And my door is always open to you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why you don't fuck up corks.
Dude, he tried to open a rather nice bottle of bourbon like this and snap the wood top off of the cork instead of just like, twisting it off like a human.
I remember my first time.
It's not a twist off, you fucking degen.
Yeah.
Jesus. But I'm drinking the Blender's, dog. That's what I'm on.
So
it's tasty.
I'm actually drinking the
Trips?
The trip because I wanted to get some before it all disappeared.
Kibby,
So,
you drinking?
Move.
you have a little triple, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I came in during the week this week
Yeah.
to taste it before the show, just in case. So I was here
Wednesday.
Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
You guys need ice? Come get ice.
Yeah. Come make an
just grab
appearance.
some ice.
And then we also got some more gifts. We got a package delivered from our favorite Canadian.
Oh yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. So
Fucking-
is that what he was asking about? Is how do I?
Yeah.
And all of us were responding on like.
So this
"Oh, you just do
motherfucker,
this."
fucking Quinn, dude, this kid fucking decides, he's like, I'm going to bring you a little bit of Canadian fucking whiskey. We're thinking it's going to be good shit. This
Crown, isn't
cocksucker
it?
brought us Crown
No,
Royal.
fucking.
Hey, Mikey.
Can I have the bag?
To be fair, that's probably the best Canadian whiskey there is.
That's all they got.
No, I'm serious. Can I have the bag? They make great dice bags.
So we get a delivery, and on the receipt from the delivery was, "Dear Freedom Fuckers, since I'm only a corporal in the CAF, I can't afford to fly you all out to my wedding.
That's
However,
Canadian Armed Forces, right?
yeah. However, I can afford to send you a bottle of whiskey.
Oh, I
Please-
thought that stood for Canadian as fuck.
Please,
It'd be better if it did.
It's just as good, yeah.
Yeah.
please raise a glass on June 11th, 2022. Freedom the fuck on, Quinn the Canuck.
Yeah.
So June, we got to remember that.
June
So-
11th.
June 11th.
And
June
then
11th,
What
we'll take
day
a shot
is
of
June 11th?
Crown.
Checking right
June
now.
We
11th?
all have calendars in
Probably a
front of us. and
Saturday.
And then
Most weddings are
June
on
11th
Saturdays,
is
right?
a Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm fucking one of my vendors today couldn't fucking square away a problem I had because his boss was a wedding and it's fucking Monday. Oh, who the fuck schedules a wedding on a Monday?
Who gets married on a Monday?
They're British.
That's weird, dude.
They're
is weird.
British.
yeah.
Okay.
And then-
Is the
and then
Church of
our,
England like a fucking day late or
No,
something?
I think
or-
it's because then they can do the whole like, well, now my holiday for a month starts on a Monday.
fucking Europeans,
fucking
man.
socialists.
And then our buddy Chris Freeman brought us a couple bottles of broken whiskey.
Actually, I'm gonna shout out Chris Freeman because he, after he came here and dropped off those bottles, stopped by my store and brought me a bottle
Wow.
of Broken
This is
Fence
a good fucking
to
dude.
congratulate me
So-
on 1 month of the store because
What-
yesterday was month of my store. So he
So
stopped by and
what are
dropped
those?
a,
Those are
dropped a bottle off.
So broken,
broken-
fence and broken something
Paddle?
else.
I don't. So and that's actually the one that Kibby then proceeded to break the cork off in my bottle for.
Broken saddle.
Broken saddle.
Yeah. So, or maybe mine was broken post. I don't. He said there's 3 of them. I
Yeah.
got one, and the other 2 came here so that I could
there
try
you go.
all
I
3.
think it's Broken Post, right?
I think mine was broken post, and then broken fence and broke his saddle is here.
Yeah.
I think so. If those are anything like the one he gave me, they are quite delicious.
Nice.
So,
Freeman-
we put a hurting on that bottle last night. So
Freeman has never let us down on the quality.
No,
of
he always
whiskey.
He
comes
brought that
through.
Kentucky
comes
Owl
through.
in, and
Oh,
I was
fuck,
fucking
that
shocked.
Kentucky
And I'm like,
Owl is
yeah.
so good.
And you're like Kentucky Owl. This sounds like
I know.
shit.
And it's got like a basic fucking label, and I'm
And
like,
it was-
bro.
did you
Yeah,
taste
it
it?
sounds
It's
like it was
it's
gonna be like well
fucking-
whiskey and
it's
shit.
fucking great.
As soon as I see anything Kentucky, whatever, I immediately think it's going to be like,
Kentucky gentleman.
yes. I think it's going to be KG. And I'm like, fuck me. Like, this thing is one step above plastic. And I ate my hat that day, man. That was
Yeah.
fucking delicious. Yeah. So,
Yeah, no, that stuff is really, really good. He
Dave, do you
definitely
need ice?
he from what I understand does his research first and then decides to gift certain bottles off to people. So I appreciate you jumping on the
Yeah.
grenade for all the bottles that don't make the
Yeah.
cut for us. So big shout out to all of the long-term friends of the show that have taken very good care of us and been with us from the start of this mediocrity to I don't know if you guys have looked at the calendar, but we're pushing 3 years of this
3?
fucking shit show.
I thought it was just 2.
No,
Nope.
3
Almost-
years
almost
of
3,
this
dude.
shit. God.
August will be 3 years for us boys.
Yeah.
We should try to like.
It's the longest season 1 ever.
So, for our 3-year show, we should do a live show, and anybody that wants to come down and be a part of it can come down and hang out.
let's,
We've got
Oh,
the
yeah.
space.
yeah,
Yep.
let's do it.
Yeah. But let's actually plan it and make it like an event.
So, by the way, fellas, I went for a walk this morning, did a couple miles.
Yeah.
Part of me, I was this close to being like,
I'm gonna run a mile.
I'm gonna run this last mile and see how it is. I didn't. Don't worry.
I wasn't.
Yeah. But part of me, I was like, I could run that back, and I was like, no, I can't.
I just wish if you do that, I just want you to FaceTime me halfway. Just be like, I'm not gonna make it.
I'm gonna die.
I'm not gonna make it.
Just as long as you screen record it.
I'm not gonna take care of Haley for me.
Tell my children I love them. I tried my best.
That's fine. I just need the code to the door. You know which door. I just need the code to the door.
You know the code.
I've laid claim already. I'll make sure the dispenser. We'll put one up for auction. You'll get like 36 grand.
Yeah, right?
I'll give it to the missus.
Oh, that door. There's a code to that door.
Yeah, I know the other code.
There's a good story behind them.
Yeah, right?
Is the code 69420?
No, it's not.
Is it 42069?
It's not.
Oh, speaking of,
It's actually 69. Ha! But you got to spell out the ha.
I did the code in T9 so millennials couldn't figure it out.
Speaking of codes and passwords, Donald Trump Jr. the other day put out Hunter Biden's laptop password.
It was awesome.
What is it?
Oh, what was it? It was 69 anal fuck. Was Hunter Biden's laptop password.
You know what? I'm not even fucking surprised.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
it's not even like.
No. That's our president's son.
That's funny though. That's also
That
Jack.
is the president of
That's
the
also-
United States.
More importantly,
son.
Yeah, but that's also Jack Mandeville's password. So it's fucking.
let us not. We need to not downplay the freaking power infrastructure consultant for the Ukraine. All right, let's show us a little bit of respect for the position.
He's basically an ambassador.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking
Actually,
of the,
one quick correction.
Yeah.
Apparently, it is anal F-K69.
Anal fuck 69. And he, before, when they asked him what his password was, he goes, "My password is fucked up. Don't be offended." It's a quote in the article right here.
Well, who would ask him, and why would he?
Because
tell
his
them?
keyboard
Because
stopped working.
there's an evidence piece. Yeah,
His keyboard stopped working. He's
I'm
trying
looking
to
for
get
the
into
ice
it.
bucket ambassador. Is one of those available? I need some
And then
representative
that's
in my
the
glass.
picture that they have on the article.
hilarious.
I'm gonna poke you in the weenus.
Thank you.
So there's a
Thank you.
something came out today. Well, so President Biden also he authorized special
Mikey,
operations.
can I just say that I appreciate that you actually gave him his honorific?
Well, you know,
No, I just.
it hurts, but I did it.
But I talked about this.
Yeah, it's
We've
still
talked about this as a thing. Like,
Yeah,
the
it's-
dude is still the president.
he's the
Like,
president. Yeah, like
I appreciate that you actually gave him the
and
honorific.
his son's internet password or
Yeah.
laptop password
Is anal F-K69. I guarantee you can get a free Brazzers fucking password. Like, just fucking.
yeah, go to Brazzers real quick.
I
type that in.
guarantee you that's his only password. I guarantee you it's his only password. Just go put it in and like we can-
Brazzers, sponsor the show. We already know our discount code.
his dog's name is Anal Fuck. That's what we don't understand, right?
I thought his dog's name was Thank You.
So he authorized special operations troops to go back to Somalia, and one of our longtime listeners, Leroy J. Gibbs, which is not his real name.
I just
hit me
want to
up.
know how that boat is going.
Well, he sent me the article about it, and he's like, "Do you think there's going to be another Black Hawk Down?" I was like, "No, we have drones now." Yeah, dude. Like,
We learned our lesson.
dude, and I've actually even talked to Rick Lamb, Command Sergeant Major, retired Rick Lamb, about this, and he was like, dude, if Mogadishu happened today, it would be over in 20 minutes.
I've got friends that were there,
Yeah.
and they were like, dude, the lessons learned after that, the amount of like the lessons learned briefings that they did after that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it changed.
It changed doctrine.
Like to the core.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it changed everything.
which makes me wonder what they're learning from this whole.
Nothing.
they're
they have
using-
fought that way since like the 60s.
They're using the same doctrine they used in Afghanistan.
Hi, Dave.
How dare you walk on this camera with a shirt on, sir?
I mean, I could take one off.
I am insulted.
Yeah.
I can't rip this one off as easy.
But it's true though. Like, I mean, it would be over so fucking quick.
Yeah.
Like it would be. Oh, they shot down a drone. Oh no.
Oh no! Send 30 more and the big ones. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, matter of fact, what's our JDAM count up to? Yeah, let's send one of those too. All right.
we have so many that we could send. We could send enough that it wouldn't move the percentile. Like, it
Right.
just, like
Yeah.
Why don't we just? So we have drones. We have drones with missiles. Why don't we have a missile that's a drone? Like
that's essentially just what a drone is.
But
really
like,
what it is.
let's fire a Tomahawk that can just circle for 36 hours and then decide if it doesn't want to kill anything, it can land.
We have that. We have steerable ballistics.
It's kind of what a Predator is, though.
Yeah.
A Predator is essentially just that. It's just got a longer flight time.
Yeah, but Hellfire is not a Tomahawk. They are completely different.
Armament-wise, you're correct. Yeah.
Okay, but they're so much cooler looking.
I don't know.
Holy
when
shit.
a Tomahawk goes off, that's
So,
dope.
do you remember what I was telling you about trying to get a tank?
Yeah.
So I talked to another group, and they said they can't get me a tank, but they can get me an MLRS. And I was like, yep, nope, sold. Like, that's, I'll pass on the tank. Absolutely.
Why? Like, why can they get you an MLRS?
Because apparently they have access to it, and there's one in San Marcos. They can just drive it down here.
Oh, I thought you meant to have it. Okay.
No.
Scott's like, how much?
Does it come loaded?
So we were talking about what to upgrade your RV to,
right?
I think it's time for a tank, pal.
Or an MLRS.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Boys, y'all want to expand on the MLRS?
Multi-launch rocket system.
Yeah.
If for all of you, it's the giant. It looks like a cube, and then it unfolds and just has this box of death that sits on the back of it. And I think it's a squad of them can eliminate a grid square.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's because a squad is 5 MLRSs, I think, and they all communicate, and then they're able to fire it at different trajectories, and they can do one perfect grid square.
And a grid square is a kilometer by a kilometer.
Yeah, it's 1 square kilometer. So it is a box of death. Like it is.
Well, they're awesome.
So it's like 0.6 miles squared.
And
Like, you know those little
Americans.
boxes
If
of squealing fucking fireworks that you buy every year? They're just like, wee, 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 wee. It's like 100.
That's an MLRS.
It's like that, but it's way bigger.
Way bigger.
It's towed behind an 18-wheeler.
If you could take out a grid square, which grid square would it be?
I know Scott's pick.
Yeah, we already know. Sorry, National Capital Region.
Actually, I'm kind of curious. How big is the Capitol Island? So for those of you that don't know, DC is a swamp, and where they actually built all the Capitol buildings, it is quite literally an island in the middle of that fucking swamp. If you haven't been to DC, 1, the fuck kind of American are you?
Right.
And 2, it's your fucking capital. Go, you fucking lazy
Yeah,
bastards.
go look at it before Scott gets his finger on the button.
I wouldn't destroy a single grid square. I would destroy 3 1/3 grid squares.
We'll let you figure out which ones. My brother, after he got into the guard and shit, became a Stinger missile guy, right? On the Avenger Humvee,
Right.
which is essentially like a really small down version of that, right? It's surface to air, though. What do you need?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. John? And capability-wise,
Okay, never mind. Apparently, I need the other one.
it's this one?
Capability-wise.
Capability-wise, like
It's 8 stingers.
I think I would rather have an MLRS. But have you ever seen a Miklet go off? The Mark 154 kit?
Those are pretty badass.
Dude, so we have an Amtrak that has one.
Right.
It's our mine clearing one.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what a Miklet is, essentially it's either a
That's
trailer
racist. You're not allowed to say that anymore.
or it's either a trailer or it mounts in the back of an Amtrak, and it will clear the size of a football field for mine clearing, right? And it's C4 that's strung like anal beads. That's literally it's a block of C4 that's just a
Has
whole bunch
anybody
of
noticed
them.
the trend that anything that Mikey references starts with Mick?
That's our word.
I thought it was.
I was going along the lines of anal beads with, I think,
or stuff that ended in lick.
oh
Yeah, that's our word, Mick. That's my word.
Huh?
Because I'm Irish.
No,
Get it?
because it's like McMap and what was the war school that you went to? The Mick something. It's always the Marine Corps something or another. So it's all Mick something.
McDouble.
The McDouble.
The McDouble. Yeah.
Yeah, the McDouble School of
Fan
Warfare.
of McDoubles.
And
You find a better deal for a fucking buck, man.
I'm going to just start referring to all Marines now as a McNugget.
Nobody will care. We're going to embrace it just like we did the crayon.
I know. But I think that's better.
Next thing you know, you're going to have Marines at the ball with like chicken nuggets and a fucking crayon sticking out. Being like, being like,
McNugget, happy birthday.
Matter of fact, if you want to see, if you're in the San Antonio area this over the weekend of Memorial Day, which Jazz, I'm a little upset you're not going to be there, but the Poorhouse in New Braunfels at 8 p.m.
I don't drink with Marines.
There will be a lot of Marines there.
Nope, did it once, not doing it again.
I might have to go show up for that one.
Will drink with Marines.
Do you know why I won't do it anymore?
Scott has a great time every time he's done it.
It's not your fault. It's the problem is that I spent some time with some Marines during the Marine Corps birthday, and it turned into a fucking shit show. And not in the.
And I had a great fucking time.
No, mine wasn't. Mine was me with a 6'4", hard like woodpecker lips, holding me outside of a hotel, crying into my shoulder.
Oh,
and I was like,
that was the dude in Boston.
Yeah, you know the dude.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is the Marine Corps birthday? This is fucking
First of all,
awful.
he's a reservist, and I don't count him.
I got drunk with the Marines and threw up on a fresh.
You lost your wallet.
Yeah, I lost my wallet.
You lost
I
your
found it
wallet.
the next day.
But you found it.
Thanks to my puke spot.
Yeah,
Happy
if he
ending.
didn't puke, he would have found his wallet.
Exactly.
You didn't puke. You claimed your territory.
That's right.
And then lightened your load to drive on with the mission.
And nobody else.
That's just good rationale.
That,
Adapt,
sir,
improvise,
was just
and overcome.
good training.
Yeah.
You understood mission essentials, dumped everything else, and drove on.
I would say a wallet's mission essential, though.
Not in that moment.
Not in that moment.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
realized what
It
he needed to
served no
continue forward. It
purpose.
served no purpose. He dumped excess weight.
Yeah, that was a good time.
It was a good time.
Yeah. The regular meetups aren't to that extreme.
Right.
Well, the birthday's a little different. A little
I would
special
like to
us.
think.
Actually, this next year, I do want to go to the birthday.
I will say that every time I've been to a Satmar meetup,
Yeah.
it's been that way.
Yeah, it's a good time.
So I will try to.
Well, now I have so many goddamn friends that are
'Cause what do we
Satmar
not
members
fuck
at
with?
this point. Tradition. I just have so many friends that are in Satmar now that I'm like, all right, I'm not going to feel weird if I go to one.
Yeah.
Like I just know so many people there. that
Oh,
I'm
dude,
like,
it's
fuck
open arms, man. Come hang out. We're just drinking and fucking around. Like you're gonna have to deal with a little bit of machismo, probably.
Feel
But
weird. I felt at home.
yeah, feels like a barracks party, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. Yeah, it just feels like a barracks party, man. It's fucking anybody who's ever been in the barracks would get it. You know, that's really all it is. So, yeah. Anyway, so if you're in the area on the 28th, the Poorhouse in New Braunfels, come get weird. We'll be there. Yeah. Anyways, well, fuck, boys.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna raise my glass.
Uh,
I'm gonna say thanks for being my freedom friend. Cheers, boys.
you boys should probably cheers Dave, too.
Cheers, Dave. What are you drinking? Root beer? Yeah.
What, that sounds like there's a reason. What the fuck?
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
I will
Dave fell off
fucking
the
I will
wagon.
fucking fight you.
Yeah, are we about to
Cheers.
have a fisticuffs?
Yeah.
Or is that the zero stuff? Motherfucker, seriously. What is that?
He just wants to be one of the boys.
It was a fun weekend at the house.
TJ, what is that? What is that?
We're not going to continue until you tell
Yeah,
us.
I'm not fucking around. What is that?
Oh, that's the fake booze.
It's the zero stuff, right? It's the flavor,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's zero. Okay.
Okay.
We're about to have problems.
I tried some earlier. Not my favorite.
No.
No.
It smells like booze.
It has a bite of like 150 proof.
Really?
I thought so.
But it's not until you actually swallow the drink you took. When you sip it, it's like super hollow and almost, it's like, you know, when you drink water versus when you drink whiskey,
Yeah.
and like on the front of your palate, it totally different feel.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Like you take a sip and you're like, oh, that's fucking weird. And then you swallow it and it like,
That's what it's like Everclear.
Get you back
yeah.
here.
And you're like, oh, that's
It's like
weird.
Epicat. Is that
No,
right?
I said like Everclear.
He said Epicat. I was
It's like
just
Ipecac.
immediately makes you want to puke. Okay.
Can confirm.
All right.
Yeah. I thought we were gonna have violence.
All right. Back to your regular scheduled program. Fuck. Brought to you by
I got legitimately concerned for a
warfightertobacco.com.
minute. I don't appreciate that joke. That was not a good joke.
The fucked up part is he's been trying the whole fucking show to get you two idiots to realize that he's drinking out of a whiskey glass.
I was wondering why you asked him if
I'm
he
like,
had
come
ice
get
earlier.
ice.
Yeah. I just figured he had a root beer in a glass. I was like,
Fine,
whatever.
that's just
It
like-
actually just goes to show the amount of confidence that I have in your self-control.
Yeah.
Like, that was not a funny joke.
Self-control has never been in question.
No.
That was
I
not a
like,
funny joke.
Fucking cheers,
I don't
Dave,
appreciate that
guys.
joke at all.
God damn it. Look.
Not a funny joke.
Jesus.
Dave, I don't appreciate it. I love you too much for you to be fucking around like
Yeah.
that. It's fucking.
Good God. Anyways, brought
Cheers,
to you by
buddy. I still love
warfightertobacco.com.
you.
Use that code FTFO. Screw yourself that sweet 15% off. OWellness.us for all those CBD needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. Get yourself a quarter off your order over there. And of course, our friends, Icy Tech Coolers. Use that code FreedomFriends10. Get yourself 10% off there.
Go buy another fucking $1,000 cooter. You fucking
Yeah, whoever did that, you're a good fucking dude. Thanks to that. And,
Check out the Patreon.
check out the Patreon. Yeah. What else? RedactedSupply.com. Get your merch over there. What else? They hit the wickets? I guess there's just three little things.
No, before that, you forgot one thing.
Oh, tell your mom.
Tell your mom's friends.
Yeah.
No, well, no. You forgot the friends.
I fucked it up.
Yeah.
I got last
All
week.
right, hold
when
on.
you
3,
guys
2,
weren't
1.
here.
Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friend.
There we go.
Tell your
Butthole scarves
mom's
for
fucking
everyone.
friends.
Fuck.
That's not
There's
the-
a
it's not the
mediocre
season.
show with
Tell
four.
your mom's friend's butthole scarf.
It's not the, it's not the season, boys.
Right, no shit.
Yeah, it is gamey in this bitch. It is definitely not ass eating season. Well, start in the shower.
With the snorkel.
Oh, that's brilliant.
You have goggles in the snorkel. You put your face in a shower, it doesn't matter.
Hey, close this bitch out. I have to piss.
3 little words to live by. Not hard. Just fucking do them.
All right, Scott, finish him off. What do you got?
Smoke on.
Johnny boy.
Drink on.
God damn it, kids.
Freedom the fuck on.
We'll see you next time.
Been dancing around for the last fucking 3 minutes.